Ladies and gentlemen, this is these two maps, the one on the left, the one on the right. The one on the left depicts the land of Canaan as it was divided up among the 12 tribes. Well, it wasn't all the 12 tribes, because two of the tribes, Shimon and Levi, were not allowed to have land. And that's because of an incident reported in the Bible about what they did, about their sister Dinah. The one on the right, this is the Eretz Yisrael, its borders in pink, under the reigns of David and Solomon. And this was, and this is their, the borders there. I'm just trying to get into focus so you can see it. Let's check it out. This is, and then of course this is how they were all divided up. The lands were divided up according to the Bible, the men who wrote it. The men, remember I say. Now the next page depicts the Eretz Yisrael when it divided up. The biggest mistake it made, but it did gain the rest of the land according to the manifest destiny of the biblical words. You shall live here, this is the borders. Okay. The lower part is the kingdom of Judah, and the upper part, the northern part, is the kingdom of Israel. And they should have never divided, and that's what led to their downfall. Our downfall, I should say. I mean, I'm not going to separate myself from my tribe. Okay. Now. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, whoa. Don't worry. I see, I'm still wearing my tribal garb here, because... Okay, so... if any land is being occupied today, it's the Muslims against the Jews. I'm sorry to say, but it is a religious fight. No matter what these idiots in the politics want to say, I don't give a shit what they say. This is a religious fight. And even the Christians are involved because, again, we have a cabinet coming in filled with extremist Christian terrorist ideology, which they believe in an Armageddon. They want all the Jews to be in Israel so that Jesus could come back and kill the ones that don't believe and then institute world peace and all that other crap. I'm serious. You don't believe me? Look it up. All of this is infusing what's going on in the Middle East right now. Religion. I'm telling you right now, and I hate to say this, as long as there is religion, there is never, ever going to be peace in that region. The Arab Muslims must accept the fact that the tribal lands of the Jews are their lands. And that this country, Jordan, which was created by the imperialists, I believe that, and by the way, according to that map, Jordan, I guess is part of Israel too. I'm not certain. I have to look again. I mean, I have to be, I don't want to lead you wrong. I could be wrong. But as far as I understand, the Balfour Declaration that was made by the imperialist Britain at the time, there was supposed to be a Jewish homeland and an Arab homeland in what they called Palestine. But then suddenly something called Jordan came up. And these Jordanians didn't create a Palestinian homeland when they had control of the West Bank. So, okay. All right, so I just wanted to give you some additional information about this matter, and I just want to also ensure all of you that I voted for Obama, in spite of the fact that I support the settler movement, in spite of the fact that I will say to you that the entire land of Israel, including East Jerusalem and that West Bank, it all belongs to my tribe. In spite of that, okay, I voted for Obama twice. His policy toward Israel is no different from any other president before him. They recognize the so-called Palestinian people inside of Israel. Okay? And I voted for him twice. I voted for Bernie Sanders in spite of how I detested his words about Israel and the fact that he was going to bring in Cornel West and James Zogby, both of whom would see the destruction of Israel no matter what any person would say. I voted for Bernie Sanders. And I would vote for him for president. And I would vote for any progressive. Because again, see, this is why people hate my guts. The pseudo-regressive liberals, quote unquote, don't like me because I'm a Zionist supporter. So, okay. The right-wing idiots hate me because I don't accept Donald birther bastard's moves on Israel. I don't. That birther bastard doesn't give me Israel, doesn't give my tribe Israel, or give anybody's tribe anything. And anyone who accepts anything from him is a moron. I don't accept anything from him. I don't want his tax cut. I want nothing from him, especially Israel. But in the end, I want this country to be strong. I want it to be vital. I want it to be happy. I want it to be productive. I want people to feel safe. And if bringing in a piece of shit like birther bastard is gonna, so that Israel, for my tribal people's land to be peaceful, more peaceful, and this place be covered in shit, I can't do that. I live here. I owe this country my first moves, and I have to vote liberal, progressive, all the way. I have to hold my nose over what they think about Israel. And then I have to say like this. Israel has a nuclear weapon. And no matter who's president of this country, whether it's, whatever, Israel will do, my tribal brethren over there in Israel are going to do what they must to protect themselves. And yes, I'd like life in Israel to be as easy as possible. I do. But I don't want their happiness to be at the expense of the people living here. Because right now, I'm not happy. I mean, my Social Security, Medicare is being threatened. Unions are being threatened. The environment is being threatened. This world is being threatened with more nuclear weapons. Free speech in this country is being threatened. Free press. I should accept that just so Israel's going to be more comfortable? Sorry, I live here and I owe this country my first move. And that's why people on the right hate me, because, oh, look what Trump is doing. Fuck Trump. The only reason Trump is doing what he's doing, he doesn't give a shit about Israel. He's never did anything for Israel. He doesn't give a shit. He's a lying pile of feces. The reason he's doing it is, one, he wants to start a war with the Arabs so he could take more of our rights away, and so later on the Jews can be blamed. And number two, we have Christian extremist terrorists in his cabinet who support him, who believe in Armageddon, so that their boy could come back and institute whatever shit they want to institute. So, everybody hates me. But I have to be who I am. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I want people to tune in because mostly what you're going to hear about, except when I'm wearing my tribal gear, and I want to try to avoid that, but most of what you're going to hear about is about concerns about how we live now, and especially in our country. And I want to promise everyone, I'm going to vote, I vote now for what's best for this country. And I'm going to end here. I've always said, well, I was a one-issue voter, and I voted. Again, I'm telling you folks the truth. I want to spit it out. I voted for Richard Nixon. I voted for Ronald Reagan. You know why? I was a one fucking issue voter, and it was Israel. I was going through my extremist religious period at the time. I wasn't raised religious, but I was going through my extreme religious period. And I want to apologize. I want to apologize for that, for what I did. Because every vote has consequence. I learned my lesson. And I'm going to vote for what's best for this country, with the hope that if anyone F's with Israel, I hate to see it, but if they do, Israel will kick their ass if they have to with nuclear weapons. Hey, look, we have nuclear weapons all over this stupid country, this world. We're going to blow each other up anyway, anyhow, some way. I know it. This human race isn't going to survive because we are all tribal assholes, including me. But because of that, I have to stand by my tribe with the hope that people understand and go from there. Honestly, if I had my way, we'd have the Federation with Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and all the rest. We'd have a federation. People would have their religions, but it wouldn't be in control of our entire lives. People would be living together on this planet in peace and harmony. One of the things that's going to destroy the human race is our religious fanaticism. How fucked up is that?